What's good, guys? It's your boy Chub Anime, and today we're bringing you our top 10 new animes of 2022. And this is gonna be a list not in order, and it's a combination of the animes that we both like. So 5 of them are gonna be his, and 5 of them are gonna be mine.
Before we get into this list, comment, like, and subscribe, and let us know what your top 10 animes of 2022 are.
Help us out by liking this video. The more you like it, the more other people are able to see it, and we can get more videos like this out to you guys. So we appreciate the support. Enjoy.
Now let's get into it. First up on the list, we got Blue Lock. Now, this was probably one of the big hitters of the year, honestly, and probably maybe between that and Awashi for the best sports anime of the year, honestly. So if you don't know what Blue Lock is, it's a new take on sports anime where they get the best under 20 strikers from Japan to have a battle royale. So pretty much only the number one, whoever comes out, I think they have like 400 players in this anime. Only one striker will come out on top, and they will be the one to represent Japan in the World Cup. Now, honestly, this brought a lot of hype, especially because it was playing during the same time as the World Cup.
Yes, sir.
So every time I was watching an episode, I had to go watch the World Cup right afterwards.
Yep.
It brought a lot of hype, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
With this anime, honestly, like other sports anime, you connect with the characters, but on this one, when they play a match, they're really playing for their lives here, because if they lose, they pretty much lose their whole soccer career. They're not there's no tomorrow. They're not gonna, oh, I lose, I'll go play for here and then I'll make it to Japan one day and be one of their strikers. No, it's you lose, your whole career is over.
That's it.
Never be able to play for Japan. So honestly, this is why I think this anime brought a lot of people to watch it. Even people like who don't even like sports animes, they got into it and started watching it too. So if you feel like this is something you would like to watch, then I definitely recommend you go watch it.
So the next anime that I would recommend, or that I thought was one of the better animes from last year, would be Licorice Recoil. So Licorice Recoil is an anime that, honestly, from the start, you fall in love with the character. The main character's name is Chisato. She's very loving, charismatic, energetic, and she just wins you over. And then the second character comes into play, which her name is Takina, and she's like kind of like the opposite of Chisato. She's more serious, and whatever slack Chisato leaves around, she has to pick it up. So like their relationship is phenomenal. So as the anime goes on, not only do you get a lot of action because of the fact that it revolves around orphan girls who work for this special organization that keeps the peace in the world, and they're hiding from the world. And at the same time, Chisato's trying to figure out who's the person who saved her life, and is a journey that you take with her as she gets towards the end of the anime, and she finally finds out who it is. And honestly, it gets wrapped up, in my opinion, phenomenally. I would definitely love to see a season 2. I highly doubt that we will get it, but it's just an overall well put together anime where, like I said, you get the action, you get the laughs, you feel the love, you feel the sadness. What else can you ask for?
Up next on our list, we got More Than a Married Couple, But Not Lovers.
Damn, that's really good.
This was a really, really amazing love anime. Now, this one is different from a lot of the other ones I've seen, mainly because they get high school students. This is, I think it was a school project or something. Mm-hmm. It's like an exam. They get all these students in the school pretty much to live with a female and a male in one room. They have like a whole separate building for it. And throughout the series, you see a lot of students who are actually paired up with one another are starting to get into the relationships. And that's sort of happening with our main character, as both of them are starting to get feelings for each other. However, they also have 2 different people.
They have original feelings.
Yeah, they have original feelings for 2 other people that are not them.
Paired up with them.
That are not paired up with them, who are actually paired up with
people that they actually like.
Yeah, so the 2 people that they actually like are paired up with each other. So it's just a whole mess, but you have like a whole bunch of love triangles going left and right here, but it was a really, really, really good anime to watch.
There's a little bit of fan service.
Yeah, a little bit of fan
service. A little bit, not a lot. Just enough. Just enough.
But This one you really have to check out because honestly, it was one of the best animes I've seen this whole year. For people that like rom-coms, this is definitely up there on the list for this year. I don't think any other love anime even came close to this anime, honestly, this year.
Wait for the one Hamase.
Really? Okay. You should definitely check this one out.
The next anime that I am going to say that was a new anime that also was related to, love would be Dress Up Darling.
Oh, wow. I really forgot about that
Dress Up Darling is out there. Dress Up Darling was, I guess you could consider it a rom-com as well.
Yeah.
Again, a little bit of fan service here and there, but it revolves around this shy, timid main character, and surprisingly, the more popular girl ends up becoming very close friends with him because of the fact that he finds out that she likes to cosplay, and he's actually really good at making outfits because of the fact that his grandpa and him have a shop where they make, are they Kohina dolls? I think they're Kohina dolls. I could be mistaken. So their relationship becomes it becomes very heartwarming, and as the anime keeps going, you can kind of tell obviously the guy starting to get feelings for the girl, especially because of the fact that she's the most popular one and nobody's ever paid attention to him, and she just enjoys being around him, and we know that she has feelings for him straight up. So it's one of those stories where it's like you wish you was him, you know what I'm saying? I think it's up there with More Than a Married Couple. Just waiting for season 2 for both of them. I definitely recommend watching not only the anime he said, but watching this one at the same time if you want to compare. But they're two different genres, like as in like
they have two different takes on love.
Yes, exactly. Not genre, but they're two different takes, two different settings, and this one just really revolves around with 2 people compared to Married Couple is 4.
Next up on the list is Akiba Made War. Now, when you first think of a cafe maid, you think of a cute woman who's trying to
sell you coffee,
little cakes here and there. But this anime, man, this is on a whole different level. You got maids killing each other. This is like mafia gang war over here. This anime took. Honestly, when I first watched this, I was not expecting that. You start to get a feeling that like something's off. I did not know where this was gonna go, but I did know that it was gonna start gruesome anime just because of the way it started. I'm giving no spoilers here, but just know that this is pretty much mafia with maid cafes.
Yeah, just know the maids are packing.
So this anime was really enjoyable to watch in terms of it had me laughing every single episode, and then towards the end it really became more and more serious. But if you want something that's different from a lot of shonen that people watch, or just something that's out there, then definitely put this on the list, because this was something I've never expected. Honestly, it was one of my favorite animes of this season, of the last season, and of throughout the whole year.
Wow. So the next one is still ongoing, and it's called The Eminence Shadow. So this anime was actually made for a game. Have yet to try out the game, but the anime is phenomenal. It revolves around this one character. It's an isekai, kind of. He's brought into this world because he wants to be a superhero. He dies in his world. He comes into this world and he has, magical powers and stuff like that. But he wants to be a background character. You know what I'm saying? He calls himself Shadow, and the name itself implies what he does. He does a lot of shit in the shadows. Not only that, he has this group called Shadow Guarded, badass females, as in like they kick ass. They're beautiful too, but they kick ass. And not only does it make you laugh when he's being his normal background character, the animation can get really good, and it's just something that honestly I would definitely recommend because it gives you a little bit of everything, and every episode has always had me entertained. And not only that, again, the anime is so good, it makes you want to try out the game. I've yet to do it because I haven't had the time, but I'm definitely going to, because they're characters that I now enjoy and love.
Coming up next, we got Awashi. This is the other sports anime of the year. It also revolves around soccer too, or football, depending which part of the world you're at. But this was more of your typical sports anime where you really follow the main character, in terms of the character being really gifted with the sport, but he's lacking the skills, if that makes any sense. He's lacking the skills and the knowledge of really how to play the sport. But you know, we start off with him being in his village or his town, and then he gets scouted for a team, pretty much like every other sports anime, and then he joins that team and, you know, becoming better and better at the sport, and he's trying to go pro. That's pretty much the whole concept of the anime, but it was a really enjoyable story, honestly. Every episode I look forward to it every week, and I'm really hoping there's a season 2, because this might honestly even be better than Haikyuu, if you ever watched that, the volleyball anime. So I would really recommend this one.
So this, for me, right? And I'm pretty sure Denny can agree as well. This one that I'm gonna say right now is like the top of the top of the animes that dropped the last year, and it's Cyberpunk Edge Runners. This anime, I'll tell you this right now, this anime broke me. This anime made me feel some type of way after I got done watching it. This anime had me feeling some type of way after the first episode. This anime had me with so many mixed emotions and just enveloped with every single character that was in it. This show revolves around my boy David Martinez and him just becoming an edge runner. An edge runner would become someone who would do, you know, side jobs in the cyberpunk world. And you know, the jobs were very dangerous. He had his clan, his crew. He had his crew, and honestly, as the anime goes, he becomes having these relationship with these crew members, and you start to get to know them. And then when you think you know something, you get slapped with something else, and it was just an anime that had you on your toes every single episode. You really felt like you wanted to help David throughout the whole anime, and towards the end, it just made you want more. It just made you want more. And there's no season 2. They already said that there's no season 2. Not only that, the perfect way to get you to watch this if you haven't yet, the anime was so good it brought millions of people back to play Cyberpunk the game.
Sad thing too, the anime was really short. I think it was only 8 to 10 episodes, right?
10.
It was a 10 episode series.
Yeah.
So it wasn't your typical 12 episodes or 13 episodes a season. But it's something you can really go through really quick, honestly, if you have spare time. And this is definitely like either number 1 or number 2 of the season.
No,
and not season of the year. Hands down.
Good. Hands down.
It was that good.
Hands down.
Now, second to last on our list, we got Black Summoner. Now, this is an isekai. I know there's always a lot of isekais every year, but this one really didn't stand out too much from the other isekais. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. But the storyline was actually really good because the main character in this, he actually died by accident because the goddess ended up killing him. So she gave him a blessing by being reincarnated into another world, and so it happened to be a world with, you know, magic is a thing and swords are a thing, and he just becomes really OP, and he starts to form his own little group of people that he's starting to look out after, but they end up becoming OP as well because he starts, you know, teaching them how to fight and stuff. It's a very, 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 very typical isekai. I had to give it to them. It was actually a really good story. He has some honorable mentions.
The last anime that, again, like we said, this is in no particular order, but I did leave this one for last because we can both agree that this is our top number 1 anime of 2022, and it was Summertime Rendering. Summertime Rendering. Some people maybe weren't even able to watch it.
Some people didn't even know what this anime is, bro.
So this anime was something I guess kind of different, but not really. Because people were comparing it to Steins Gate.
Steins Gate and like ReZero.
ReZero, because the main character, when he dies, he can loop back in time. But the story was so good because of the fact that just when you thought you was catching up and actually finally understanding what was going on, guess what? The next episode will throw you out the loop, because not only would you be confused, but even the characters inside of the anime would be confused. Just, I don't want to spoil anything, but it revolves around this one character that goes back to his mainland where he was born because his best friend passed away, and he's trying to figure out what happened in the island and what's actually going on as he's there. And again, like I said, he has the power to loop back in time, but every time that he does that, he doesn't loop as far back as he could in the very beginning. So every time he loops, he loses time. It ends up catching up to him, to the point where, like, if he doesn't play his cards right, he might just die. And you become so connected with the characters, and just when you think you know a character, you get hit with something else. You don't know who to trust. And it was just an anime that every single episode was good. Every single episode was good. There was not a single filler. It was always action packed. You was always at the edge of your chair or on your bed, biting your nails. What the hell's gonna happen in the next episode? What's going on? And it just, when you think it wasn't really gonna have a happy ending, thankfully it did have a happy ending. And honestly, I just recommend this anime. The best of 2022. Obviously we have all the other animes from this season, and that not from this season, from this list that we mentioned, but this anime is just different. This anime really just, it really had you waiting for the next episode, because this anime was great. Like, this is one of the big hitters. Like, it was phenomenal.
There you go, guys. That's our list of the new animes of 2022. Definitely check these out. These were probably, in our opinion, the best animes of the year. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.